I'm being joined by the newest member of the UFC heavyweight roster. We got Ovince Saint Preux here, taking some time out of his quarantine to talk to MMA Junkie, which we really appreciate. So, Vince, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good.
Awesome. And like I just said in the introduction, the newest member to the UFC heavyweight division. So, talk me through that decision. What went into that, and why are we seeing you go up in weight here?
Man, it was crazy because obviously I was supposed to fight um, Ian Cutelaba, but even before that, I was supposed to fight. Man, I can't even pronounce his name. Another Russian guy. I can't even pronounce his name, but due to the travel ban, he couldn't come. So from Ian Cutelaba, I was supposed to fight him last week on the 25th, but that didn't fall through. And for some reason, I was thinking to myself that I was gonna get. I was like, man, I knew for a reason I was going to get somebody was they were going to call me for a heavyweight fight, and I was like, and it's crazy for the past like 3 or 4 years, my trainer Eric was like, you should fight a heavyweight or you should start having a couple fights at heavyweight. And the thing was, I was actually on track to making it a really good weight club because even before the fight was canceled, even before I heard the fight was canceled 2 weeks prior, the beginning of April, I walked around 227, 226. So the weight cut was going to be no problem. Then now I'm probably sitting around 230, 232. I might, for fight time, when fight time come around, I might be around, if I carb load, I might be around 230, 235, 236, around there. But, it's something that we talked about for a while. Like I said, we've been talking about it for the past 3 to 4 years, and the opportunity presented itself, so we went ahead and took it.
Yeah, was this something? You kind of just said it there, but was this something where you said you were thinking about it, but did you throw your name in the hat for heavyweight, or did the UFC come to you with this idea and you just happen to be on the same wavelength?
Um, what's crazy about it? Like, I don't choose my fights. My trainer, my head trainer Eric Turner, always chooses the fights. So he does more to contact. He does more to talk more of the talk with my manager Orrin, and Orrin told him about, hey, look, Ben Rothwell lost his opponent, and Eric was like, yeah, that's a good matchup for us. And like literally, he just like, Ben cuts down to 265, and Orrin shot me a text, and I was like, when Orrin shot me a text, and I was like, Eric said, yeah, didn't he? And I was like, yeah, I figured he was because he wanted me to have a fight at heavyweight. So, I mean, it's a good fight, good matchup or whatnot. As
Yeah.
long as as long as I don't, he don't lay on top of me, I think I should be good.
Very true. Yeah, it's a big man, and it's not like they're you're going in there against one of the smaller heavyweights, like you said, a guy that I believe cuts to 265 pounds. So, what do you expect? Do you think that that's going to be a weird experience for you? Usually you're kind of a bigger light heavyweight, and now here you are fighting one of the biggest guys on the UFC roster.
Um, it'll definitely be a different experience just for the simple fact the size and stuff. Because typically when I enter the cage, when I enter the octagon, I'm usually the bigger fighter. There's only a couple occasions that I wasn't, but if I'm not even the bigger fighter, I still feel like I'm the stronger fighter. It's just going to be a lot different this time, just because, um, like I said, if with him cutting down to 265, the next day he might be about 275, almost 280. So it's going to be, it's going to be. I'm going to have to stay on my wheels, and I feel good right now. I didn't have to cut weight, so that's good.
Yeah, for sure. And do you feel like that could play to your advantage a little bit there, being the smaller, kind of quicker guy in this instance, where again, like you said, you don't have to cut weight, and you do have the experience at light heavyweight where things are a little bit quicker paced.
Definitely, I think that's definitely going to be an advantage. But like I said, these heavyweights, they got some dynamites in their hand, and it, as long as I keep moving, I'm going to be good. Will I get touched? Yes, I'm going to get touched because I mean, if you throw 100 punches, I'm expecting him to land um, at least 30, 40% of those. So if I can avoid just getting the big shots, I think I'll be okay.
And do you think that this is kind of a testing feel out process for you to see if you like this division? Do you think this will be a permanent move? Kind of what are you thinking there?
Definitely not permanent, but I mean, if there's an opportunity for me to bounce up and down, I'll definitely do that.
For sure. And here's the real question, man. Do you feel like at heavyweight you can still pull off the Von Prucho? Do you feel like these guys are going to be too bulky on the ground, or can we still see some of those get pulled off here?
Definitely, like with heavyweights, probably definitely not in the first round because they're really strong in the first round. But probably later on in the rounds, more than likely, yeah, because they tend to slow down a lot more. But other than that, I mean, he does have a good guillotine, but his guillotine is a little different. So I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to commit to something like that just because his guillotine is a little different. And it's a different feel for heavyweights too. It is a whole lot different feel because and they have the power to actually roll me if they really want to. Like light heavyweights, I can, sink my hips down, turn my hips, and I've tried it on some heavyweights and I've actually locked it up pretty good. And for some reason, more times, like if I do it probably 10 times, five of those times I get rolled, just because they got power there. They can actually roll me from that position. But it just depends. If I can catch it and I don't feel like I can get rolled, I'm definitely gonna go for it. That's my goal. That's one of my go-to moves.
Of course, man. And then you talk about the different feel in the cage. There's going to be a different feel in that arena, fighting in front of no audience. It's going to be probably kind of oddly quiet in there. What are you expecting out of that experience? Do you kind of like the prospect of going into something like that, or do you think it's going to be distracting at all?
I mean, it's impossible to be distracted because you ain't gonna hear anything. So just from my football background and playing at the UT, I'm so used to listening to the coach. When I was playing, it was pretty much like 110,000 people screaming in your ear, but for some reason you can hear like Chief in the background just yelling the whole entire time, and like kind of tune out everybody. So when I'm usually in there, I can always hear my trainer Eric Turner yelling at and stuff. But this time he probably won't even be yelling. He'd probably just be talking.
My last question for you: any type of prediction for this fight, the way you see it playing out, or the way you see that it ending?
Man, I mean, for me to go up to heavyweight, I'll definitely my prediction. I definitely want to knock out a heavyweight, so that'll be good.
All right, man. You'll be able to have the opportunity to maybe cross that off the bucket list in a few days here. So I really appreciate the time, OSP, and good luck in the fight, man.
Thank you.